I do not know what this woman this mini is doing. I may get shouted at. Right, they're going to lift these 2 packs at once, hopefully. There we go, loads of them. That should do it. Ooh, that's dangerous. Cut up his licence. The boot was open and there was what looked like a young kid sitting with his legs dangling out the back of the boot. Morning, sweet pea. Welcome back. Or just welcome if you've never saw me before. My name's Jay, and today I'm a class 1 truck driver. And in case you're wondering why I'm saying today, sometimes I'm a class 2 truck driver. But if you never saw me before, well, thank you very much for clicking on the video, firstly. And secondly, I only deliver mesh and rebar to building sites, more or less exclusively. So 99% of my drops are tight, horrible, usually off-road, and rarely easily found. Although after 6 years, I generally have a decent idea of where things might be. It's not as easy as popping on the old googly maps and punching in a postcode and seeing, oh, that's where my delivery is. Because you've got to do a wee bit of investigative work, find out derelict buildings or empty spaces in the postcode where something might be getting built. Or if you're really lucky, sometimes you can find something out online about what's being built. But we've got, I think, 5 drops today. The first is a good amount of weight coming off. It is 5.6 tonne mesh. And then we're literally 5 minutes down the road and we've got a wee tiny pickle of accessories to come off. I have been in the site before. The last time I was there it was a bit tight. I had the blind side in between some pipes to leave. I'm going to imagine it's the same again. But the access into it is a decently tight switchback, and there is now temporary traffic lights there as well. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to go a long way around and come in for the other end, just so I can make it into the site. I might be able to make it in, but the problem is with the temporary traffic lights being there, people will try and squeeze past me when they realise where I'm going. I'll get a beacons on and a hazards on. I'll let people know I'm stopping here, because the other thing with rebar as well as it settles down, so all my ratchet straps right now will be a little bit loose. Right, let's go and see how loose they are. They don't actually look too bad, to be honest. 3 clicks. None. 2 clicks. Right, it's almost 7:25. We started at 7 o'clock this morning. The drops are all backwards. Not in terms of how they're coming off, just in terms of how I like to do it. My last delivery is away out west. It would come on it with a place called Stewarton. It's marginally tight, that one, but it's only 300 kilos they're getting in some tie wire, so it doesn't make sense to trek all this mesh all the way across there and come back. I'm hoping these guys start at 7:30. Summer months, usually a lot of them will do 7 till 6, longer hours, and then in the winter they're usually like 8 till 4. Obviously light and whatnot's an issue on building sites, so, but some of them they're forced to start at 8 because like residents would have moved in and whatnot, and this is new builds we're going to. But I don't think there's too many homes that have been moved into around about it, so I'm kind of fingers crossed that we will get in and get tipped right away. It's 80 sheets, it's coming off the back. So that's 4 lifts basically, they're in packs of 20s. And our steel for Stewarton is underneath it at the back. And then after that, let's see, we've got 5 minutes along the road, and then we're going down to Blindwells. And I think it's another Bellway site. This is a Bellway site we're going to now. And I believe in a previous video I stopped into this Bellway site to ask. I think I was looking for places, homes for people, or places for people or something. I think that was the site that I stopped into to ask where it was. So if it is that one, I think I'll just be reversing into that one, because if I remember rightly, it was quite a small site. So there'll not be much point in driving in, because I just make it hard for myself to reverse back out. Because it would be a blind side onto although it's a main road, it's not an actively used main road yet, but it would still be a main road nonetheless. And we want to avoid reversing onto main roads, folks. It's kind of frowned upon. It does happen now and again, but you didn't really want to be doing it, especially without a banksman. There's actually two ways to get to this site. You can go up the Wisp, turn left and come all the way back down the road. I do not know what this woman in this Mini is doing. 20 miles an hour, and she's all over the place since I got behind her. She pulled out for the Wisp. I think she was on her phone. There we go. She's found her feet. She's finished her texting. But the other entrance is up here on the right. I'm pretty sure I just passed a subscriber as well. I vaguely remember somebody saying they were driving a wee Mazda, and a wee Mazda just peeped and gave me the old fist pumps. They peeped the horn. I got to be honest, folks, whenever I forget that people might recognise me that I don't personally recognise. And my first go-to thought whenever anybody beeps a horn at me or flashes a light is, oh no, something is hanging off my truck. So I will get your name, mate. I can't remember right now. I know somebody mentioned they'd saw me in Seafield and they were driving a wee Mazda. We'll get our beacons on. We're on the site on the right here. I'm guessing they do not start at 7:30, because that is all the guys in that car park. Definitely Bellway. Yes, yes, yes. That sign there said no deliveries beyond this point, but I've already been to this site and I just drove in straight away the last time, so I may get shouted at. It is a little tiny bit snug, so hopefully nobody goes too daft at me. Oh, it's a bit tight on my wheel there. You're not making this easy for me, mate. Yeah, I think I'll set up here and then I'll reverse. I have to reverse up there, I think. But I will need to speak to somebody. Right, I'll switch these off now and go and speak to somebody. Oh, I see a lad playing about with mesh. Oh, he's getting chains. Whoa, he could be for me. It's all happening hard and fast, folks. They are starting, but it's a split load. They want 2 packs here and 2 packs over the road. So we'll just crawl alongside them here now. Anytime you want to beep, mate. Right, we'll just call that good there then, since nobody's beeping. 2 packs at once? The slings are set up for it.
For 2?
For 2, yeah?
That's alright.
So,
Should be fine.
right, they're going to lift these 2 packs at once, hopefully. Some 14-ton machines manage it, some don't. Yeah, that's what we like. I said not all 14s actually manage it. Oh, easy, mate. Yeah, we'll just quickly throw straps back over. Strap this down and...
That's alright, keep going, motherfucker. That's alright. Pull your piece back and the back be fine.
You're like a balancing ballerina, you'll be fine. Right, just need to reverse around that corner back there. Mute that. go. Clear of the blocks on the left. Mid lift is up, so turning circle should be good. Let's see how well I can get round this corner, because he says, oh, there's loads of room there. It felt like a bit of a switch, but I think actually, no, I think he's right actually. It's not as tight a switchback as I thought. Just watch him look on it. There you go. If you just keep pushing it at that, it should just go right round. Yeah. There actually is loads of room. Don't know what I was talking about. They've got nothing on this corner, so oh, I've left it too late though. I'm going to smack the pallets. Nah, fine. Just need to watch the fence on my left now. Oh, we're going to kiss it just ever so slightly. I just nudged it out of the way. Yep. Right, and we need to come hard left now. Avoid that. That's the fence on the left. We're really tight to the left. There we go. Loads of room. Loads of room. Right, he said, I quote, big turning circle down here. You just go right round in a big loop. So I think it's that orange machine at the far end I can see. No bother. Oh folks, I jinx myself every single time. I was like, oh, it's gone great, we got tipped so quick. He's going to go and get diesel first. Yay. Love to hear it, eh? I'm ruining my day already. I'm being lazy here. I could have walked down and spoke to him, but he said come down here. So I'm driving down here. Oh, I know, I've got my seatbelt off. That's a bit of a tight corner for me to be turning off of there. Hey boys! He just told me that. I was just thinking, I got up that top site there and I was like, you're fucking dancing, I'm getting tipped quick as sweet. He's like, I'm gonna take 2 packs, you need to go over there. I thought, still even that's not bad, eh? He's like, I'm gonna go and get diesel. Oh no. He's busy.
Thursday back, mate.
What were you off on Friday for?
We're off all week.
Oh, he's been off a week?
We got a week in April, eh?
That's Seamus is good to you boys, eh? Yeah, he's give you the whole week off.
Aye.
Was it paid? Then he's good to you. It's not that bad, is it? Right, allegedly, we can just drive right round in a big circle and leave that way, so remains to be seen because it doesn't always work out like that. The lad was joking about. They didn't know I was strapping it down, and one of them ran up behind me and was pretending he was going to rip my trousers down. You need the banter on the sites, folks, or it just it doesn't work, eh? Right, now can I just go straight over here? I think maybe I should, because I don't think I'll make that right hand turn there. A bit of snip at that. How's this corner looking? That big pile of dirt in the middle of the road might not be helping. And that machine on the... Am I just reversing back out here, am I? Ah, that looks like a... Cheers, matey. we going to make this left? I don't know. Oh no. Oh no, have I made a mistake? Have I come the wrong way? Nah, we're fine. Loads of room. Loads of room. We're only going 2 minutes down the road. Well, not quite loads of room. I mounted that dirt a wee bit. Right, our beacons are still on. Now I see this site down the bottom. I might go have a look, see if I can just turn in. In fact, I'm not going to. I'm just going to go the other way around. I'll go. It's you go through a housing scheme, come along the bottom road, and it'll bring me to the roundabout just before it. But there's temporary traffic, 4-way temporary traffic lights on it, so it's not ideal. It's not ideal to get in and out of it. Right, so that's the site in front of us. The right hand turn is at the porter cabins, but it's a switchback right on itself, and they've got a big concrete block right in the corner, and that tar gear, I don't know if you can see that machine on the left, just beyond the porter cabins. I think that's in the entrance. There was also an entrance up this road on the left. Now we might end up going in this way, but the last time I was here this wasn't open. They hadn't built the road for it yet. Let's just have us a wee look. Nah, it's not. Nah, see, it's not open. Nah, I wouldn't get anywhere. So we'll go up here, we'll go through this wee housing scheme, which I used to deliver to years and years ago when I first started driving. This is one of the main, this was one of my main deliveries. I was in here all the time. Obviously just cutting my teeth as a driver. They kept me pretty local when they could. We did have 2 other drivers at the time who were running about in the Arctic, and I ran about in a 7.5 tonner and an 18 tonner, the wee one that I've spoke about previously in my videos. If you've not saw him, you can go back to the early doors, and nah, she's not got to let me go. Thank you anyway though. Somebody will. There we go. Don't want to mount curbs. If you can go back, watch my previous videos. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. Well, if you saw a couple of my videos, I don't want to force that on you. If this is your first video you saw of mine, watch a couple, make up your mind. Is it something you'd like to see more of? It's a lot of the same but different. I think that's maybe not the best way to word it. I go to a lot of different places all the time, but there is a staple of deliveries that I do. Right now, Hamilton, Jackton, East Calder on occasion, but sites are ever changing. So, oh hallelujah! Look at this, folks. No temp lights. They're away. Yes, we were here yesterday. I was on this roundabout yesterday in my car. They have obviously removed them. Right, we're in here on the left. Get the beacons on. Yay, this looks fun. I may be reversing back out onto the main road. Do I have a phone number? I do not. We've got 3 tippers in here. They're all going to be leaving. Right. Oh, well, I'm just going to have to abandon it here. I've got to speak to somebody in the office. And there's nobody in the same office. Hello, doggo. Hello. Hi. Hi. You're gorgeous. Oh, wow. We're going to Tronent now, but I'm facing the wrong way. There we go. We'll get the beacons off. We'll wing a left here and go back down the way we just went again. To go to Tronent, Bindwells. 20 sheets of mesh coming off there, but this is the one where I said I'm just going to reverse in because it's a pokey wee site. At least I know where it is now. Having previously went into it for the wrong reasons. Yeah, I wasn't the wrong reasons. It was easier to just ask them where something was, where the site was. Right, it's 3 minutes to 9. We're on 44 minutes driving time. We go straight over to this roundabout, and then I think, I'm not sure if I'm just going to reverse straight in or if I'm just going to go in and out, because there may be another Bellway phase somewhere else that I don't know about. I don't think there is. I'm pretty sure this is the only Bellway site out this way. But in case if you're familiar with where I am and what areas I've been to, and you're wondering why I didn't just come here first, because that would have made logical sense. Straight up the A1, into Trent first, then go back to Miller Hill, get to Miller Hills. Well, there was two reasons for it. One, that the divvy dag that I just dropped off that I completely forgot to take a picture of, so I do apologise for that. Come on, just come. Thank you. That was on top of the mesh, so I would have had to ask these lads to take that off and then put it back on. Another reason as well is I'd have been tipped here early doors trying to get back into Miller Hill at that early. I'd have lost time, so it just made sense to go and do the 2 Miller Hill drops, then come to Trent, and then after that we're going to Decmont, and then we're away to Sturton, which is away at Kilmarnock. Where this is a Bellway site on the right hand side. Oh, get a beacon zone. Is this Bellway here? I thought this was Bellway. It is Bellway, right. So we'll just, I think I will just reverse in a little bit. And then we'll see how it goes from there. Because I can reverse in and be off the road. That's ideal. We'll head over this way. It opens the window so I can think and see better. Nice simple reverse. I think we'll start straightening that to that. No, we won't. We'll get it a little bit more because it cuts back on itself this corner. Right, now we will start straightening up. Have I fudged it? Yeah, I think I have. Pull her forward a wee bit, that'll straighten her out more. I think I'm just going to go into the entrance in no more. Not going anywhere near that gate. Thank you, mate. Near that fence on the left. There we go, we're beautiful. We're golden. Yeah, I'm just going to stop here. Right here, so that forklift can still get past and whatnot. There's a couple of lads over on my left. I'll go and speak to them. Oh, it looks like they're coming over, folks. So we'll get ourselves right lined up, I think. Where did that forklift go? Just make sure I'm not going to hit anything behind me. There we go, that'll do it. Alright. Speak to this young fella. Morning, beautiful. How's it going? Good. 20 sheets for Bellway pods 2A and 2B. Is that you guys? Yes. I'm in the right place. There we go, folks. I'm in the right place. That is definitely a father son outfit. They respect each other. Right, picture has been taken. Steel is delivered. Mute. Thank you. Nice, straightforward. Just how we like it, folks. I mean, I like it like that. Obviously, for you guys, it's a bit boring. Not a particularly difficult reverse. Got another van coming as well. I'll just wait on him. and the car. This place has suddenly turned busier than Princess Street. Yeah, that's the site I reversed into to find out where homes for people or places for people or whatever it is. I couldn't find it. There's a way down the bottom, a bit of an obscure route to get into it. Now I did video it, but because I'm videoing quite a lot, and I'm binning off quite a lot of videos as well. Actually, I'm trying to avoid the videos that feel a bit forced or unnatural. Which, believe it or not, folks, it does happen. I have been told I can talk a hell of a lot, but sometimes I've just got nothing to say, and that's when making the videos becomes difficult. That person is indicating left, so I have a high. Aye, they weren't going left. No, she was going off at the A1, but I took her as being a decent driver, and she was actually going into the housing scheme. She was not. I'm sweating like a pig, folks, so I think the hoodie will be coming off soon. It is 16 degrees outside. That quick tip has got us to 9:10. I wish I took the camera outside for that one. A lot of folk didn't like seeing the tip. That's one of the reasons why I just take the picture, so that you're not thinking, oh God, all we're getting is I'm going here, I've here, and now I'm leaving. So you kind of see what I'm delivering through the day. But I wish I'd recorded that one. I did record this morning one of the tips for the mesh. I wish I'd recorded that one because of young lads. I don't know, he must have left his brain in the house. The slings were perplexing the poor fella. He just he couldn't figure out how the chains and the slings would work together to be able to lift the bundle off. He's moved over. I thought he was going to be a bit of a fud and hold me in the slip lane there. He could. Oh, I've got the beacon still on. Switch him off. He couldn't figure it out. And the machine driver was just shouting at him, use the white slings, and he's picked the slings up and he's grabbed the chain and he was looking at the two of them and then looking at the machine driver for some kind of confirmation as to what he was supposed to be doing. I mean, in my eyes, it's a very simple task, that. Open the hook it onto the sling, you're golden. A bit more an advanced lift, if you like, would be to go right through the sling and hook the hook back up onto the eye, and then you're not putting the boom up in the air so much. I know I'm saying an advanced lift is still very basic, but he was very perplexed by that. Anyway, we'll crash onto Decmont, which is just on the outskirts of Livingston. In fact, I think it comes under Livingston, I'm not 100% sure. Off the A89. Now, it's a bit of an annoying one, because I'd really like to just be heading straight out to Stewarton now. We're a couple of hours away from Stewarton, but this wee detour is not far off the beaten track, but we're still going off the M8 onto the A89 to pick up this Decmont. It is two lifts, two different types of mesh, so they won't lift it as one, they will lift it separately, so they can put it in its separate stacks. And it seems to be really, really windy in here today. Why is there so much road noise? I don't understand this truck. See, sometimes it's lovely and quiet in here, and other times when you come in, no, I'm not using these wing mirrors, stuff it. They're just for decoration. There you go. He got the message. Right, 10:10, Edinburgh City bypass was the usual massive car park, so that was mildly depressing. We're on an hour and a half's driving, so I mean there are no problems that way, but we won't make it back to work without having to reset our driving. And are we going to get out on this roundabout? I think we are. Just. But we're going to go and pick up the 89. And we're not getting through this one now. We'll pick up the 89 and then that will take us into Decmont, where our next stop is. But that'll be all the mesh off, and then we'll be left with 300 kilos of 20mm rebar and 6 rolls of tie wire, but I think I'm going to try and reorganise it a bit. The rebar is right on the edge of the trailer, and I've spoken about it previously, but it will try and work its way to the middle of the trailer, which means the ratchet straps will come loose. So I think I'm going to use the tie wire under the ratchet straps to sort of hold it in place, if that makes sense. I'll try and show what I mean. If there's something against it stopping it from moving side to side, then it's a lot better, but because it's such a little amount, the ratchet straps alone won't hold it in place. I mean, they'll keep it on the trailer, but it will try and slide around on the trailer. So right, Bangor Village is the place we're going to. That's on the right, but we are not allowed to use this entrance. We need to go in the back entrance, which is further along the road. We'll bang a wee left indicator on here. There's absolutely nothing coming on the roundabout. I'm sporting yet another injury, and as much as I would love to say it's because I was doing some heroic deeds or something like that, it was as simple as getting dressed. Pulled my hoodie over my head. Thought I was through the head hole. I don't know, is that what it would be? The head hole? But I was not. And when I shaved my head after a day, it's kind of like Velcro, and it caught on my head, and I yanked my neck to the left, and now my shoulder is playing up. My neck is slightly sore and stiff. All because I tried to get dressed. That's getting old is it's not for me, folks. It's not for me. I don't like it. I want to go back to being young again. We'll get beacons on. Construction, deliveries and collections. That does not look like 200 metres. I feel like that's probably 100 metres. I think you've got your distance wrong there. There is no way in hell that's 200 metres. Right, turn right in here. We mount the curb ever so slightly. So we take it nice and slow. Oh, it wasn't even ever so slightly, it was massively. I've been in here before with the Arctic. I think the steering axle trailer, the rigid and the 40-foot trailer. I've been in here with the rigid? I think I have. These gates do not work, so hopefully they're open, otherwise I'm going to have to do that horrible task of getting out and doing some physical effort, which is never fun. I'm just not up for the physical stuff anymore. I mean, I am. I'm lazy. I'm lazy, folks. That's what it boils down to. Watch my headboard. Watch your trailer axles. We're all good. Advance, buddy. Oh, of course not. That's because you're still standing there. See if you were advancing the way. Nope, gone. Where is it?
The back office is just at the back there, but
You borrow my car. Right. Nah, no phone number on this one either, so we've got to pull into the right here. There's an Arctic down there and a rigid, so I want to be as, just in case one of them are trying to leave when as I'm in the office. So there are the bars, as you can see they're on the right on the edge. They could work themselves loose, they haven't, but they could. So I'm going to use these 6 rolls of tie wire to anchor them in place. We'll get these ones off as well. My DJI camera, the battery on it's really struggling to keep up recharging the mic, the receiver for the mic. So I'm having to swap them. But I'd say it might be a previous video, it might not. But I'd say I'm trying to get another one. They've went down in price massively and they're really good cameras. I was supposed to get one this weekend, but I had other financial priorities at the last second. So next weekend. and then it should make my life a little bit easier, because if you've watched any amount of my videos, you'll have saw I mess up on the odd occasion, forgetting to press record on the Wii camera. Alright, mucker. So the whole advanced group was with all week, was it?
Aye.
Oh, I've had a morning as advanced sites, and every one of them has been like, oh, we've been on holiday all week, no feeling it today.
I want to put work here.
Aye.
I always take it.
You feeling like being a responsible adult with it? You feeling like being a responsible adult?
Never have been.
You can pretend for me though, eh? It's a wee squiggle.
Never.
Aye! Aye! Right, done in there, we can head to Sturton. I said it's we're just over an hour away. An hour and 10 minutes or something, an hour and 5 minutes, depending on traffic obviously. We're going to go along here and see if we can see somewhere where we can spin around. Does that ground look solid enough? Oh, there you go, we'll get it on the right hand side I think, where that machine is there, the advanced machine, so you're on the wrong side for this reverse. I really didn't want to go on that dirt, it doesn't look great. Right, we'll try for here. I need to watch that man now. That should do it. Hopefully. Oh aye. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, we're getting to Sturton about 25 to 12. I said this one could be a tight reverse, or it could be fine. We're going to have to have a wee gander and see what cars and whatnot are in the way. We do have another Arctic that is pulled in. Hopefully I can get by him. If he's used his brain, he'll be tucked in quite hard. And it's a very pretty Arctic. The idea of a pretty Arctic I like, but the reality is it would just be minging all the time. I very rarely ever get much time to actually go out and clean trucks and polish them and whatnot. And so I'm just a day driver, and also I run the machines as well when I'm not driving. I haven't done it for a wee while yet, but it just seems every time that I get a minute to actually be able to clean trucks, it doesn't happen. He's tucked himself right in, so that's good. Oh, it's a 770 as well. Oh, very nice. I never get that, well, I would say just because I'm a day driver as well. That's probably the pride of AGL's fleet. It might not be, but it certainly looks it. Right, we'll get out of here. We're on an hour and 38 minutes driving, so although we sat about a wee bit here, it was a fairly decent tip. And obviously my last one should be a quick tip because of what it is. Well, we will see. We'll go along there, mate. We'll pick up the M74 and then we'll get back onto the M8 very briefly. In fact, I don't even think you can call that bit the M8. M77, and we head down the M77 South, and then we pick up the Sturton Junction. I cannot remember which number it is, so nothing coming, we're all good. We will mount the car. Oh, that's going to go right on the point. The trailer has dragged and the point of the curb is quite sharp. It was heading right for it. So go over it nice and slowly. We'll put the beacons off. Right, it's almost 10 past 11. We're on tours, 17 minutes driving. We're going to get there about 25 to 12. I don't know if I already told you that, but the time has not changed, so the traffic has been fairly clear. But from the looks of it, my efforts to hold that bundle down with the tie wire has not worked. The tie wire has now just moved along, it's just hooked through the... Obviously I put the ratchet straps right through the centre of them, so they're not going anywhere, but they're no longer tight up against the steel. But the steel has not moved, so it's obviously settled down sufficiently enough that it's not going to go anywhere. Obviously I'm not taking corners like Lewis Hamilton or that, so the test will be the last we run into Stewarton on the wee back road. This is a wee tight road. There'll be lots of potholes, lumps and bumps and whatnot. That's what tends to make it jump to the middle of the trailer. But I'm fairly confident it won't actually move. We'll see when we get there. We will keep our eyes peeled for it. And if need be, we will make a stop and tighten the ratchet straps up to keep it in place. But there is, again, I hate talking about these things because a lot of people just go, "Ooh, that's dangerous. Cut up his license, send him to jail." They get it's not going to come off the motor. It's not going to go anywhere. It is just, it can move side to side a little bit on the trailer, which is why we keep an eye on it. This is another thing that people get all knickers in the twist about. That's undertaken. No, it's not. It's passing on the left. He's moved over a little bit prematurely there. We're going to try and get left. That car is sufficiently out of the way. There is nothing in my blind spot. We are good to move. But this is onto the M77, so yeah, I don't think we can class this a little bit as the M8. It's the M77, so ignore previous efforts of saying come off the M8 onto the M74 and then I'm sure that's airsure vehicle photography. I'm positive it. Right, we've just come off the M77 South, Junction 7. As I said, I couldn't remember which one it is, but it's Junction 7. It is 11:28. Sorry. We'll get there at 11:36. So we're just shy of 10 minutes away. But this isn't a great road, to be honest. I mean, you get to the final leg to turn onto the main drag into Stewarton. You've got to use your wide angle mirror to be able to see up the road because you can't see left. I've tried turning the unit far enough so that I can see up the road. It didn't work. I still couldn't see far enough. But we take it nice and easy over this road. It is a national speed limit road, which for me in Scotland means 40 mile an hour. But there won't be too many bits. There's quite a few areas that are rather narrow and tight corners and whatnot. And you've got to think the time of year our two-wheeled friends are out having a little bit of fun on their bikes. Some of them get a little bit more vigorous, bend the rules and the speed limits a little bit. And having been a motorcyclist myself, I know sometimes when you come round a tight corner and there's a big truck coming round as well, it can get a little bit hairy. Bikers that crash, they suffer from a thing called target fixation. So when you're learning to ride a bike, they tell you to look where you want to go and make sure you don't look where you don't want to go, because wherever you look is where the bike will go. So when you catch somebody off guard coming around the corner and they start staring at your truck rather than looking round the corner, they can go into the side of your truck or the front of your truck, which would be worse. And I really don't want that on my conscience. Whether it's the biker's fault or not, it's something that I don't want to have to live with. And we also have our four-legged friends, horses. Could be a lot of bridleways and whatnot around here. I don't know the road too well. So I don't know if there's horses that walk this road regular. I have a previous video meeting horses. Same with cyclists as well. There could be cyclists out on the road. You go bashing around these country lanes like Lewis Hamilton. You could end up hurting somebody really bad. And again, not something I want to have on my conscience, that's for sure. So we just take it easy. We remember, we are paid by the hour. Although I did, away off on a tangent here, but when you're out on the road long enough, you see some real strange sights. So when I was coming down the M77 there, there's a road that runs parallel with M77 at Newton Mearns, and there was an Audi. It was going faster than I was. I'm pretty sure that's a 40 mile an hour road, but he sort of, what would be it, like passing me on my left. I see there's a mounted unit, so there could well be horses going around here. Again, away off on tangents. The boot was open on the Audi. I'm going to see if it was on my dash cam. I'll see if I can get the clip, but it's only going to be HD. It's no, my dash cam's not a 4K dash cam, so it won't be a great clip. But you get the idea of what I'm talking about. The boot was open, and there was what looked like a young kid sitting with his legs dangling out the back of the boot, and holding the boot lids kind of down. Now, it looked to me like a kid. It may have just been a malnourished adult. I don't know. But the only thing I can think of why they would be doing that is car guys. We're going to slow down a bit here because I need a wee bit more road than you're willing to give. There we go. Car guys like to do something called rollers, where they take rolling videos. So somebody will be sitting in the boot of a car, and they'll be videoing the car behind that car, like the chase car sort of thing. And the only thing that makes me think it wasn't that is because there was no other cars behind. Right, we're good there. Right, we're coming up to this little. Oh no, we're coming up to the roundabout. I forgot about this. There's a little roundabout. Lad on a quad. So that's the only logical reason I can think for why you would shove a kid in the boot. And his legs were dangling out the back of the boot as well. It wasn't like it wasn't tucked in the boot. He was hanging out of it. So maybe they were on their way to do some rollers, but wouldn't advise using your kids to do it, that's for sure. Right, we'll get the beacons on. Our sight's in here on the right, big Scottish water signs. There is no cars parked that will be of any bother to us, so we should be able to reverse in fairly easily. Nice big wide gates as well. Nice and far ahead. And then we'll start our reverse. Alright boys.
Aye.
Caledonia Water Lines. Massive delivery for you, mucker. Yeah. Oh wait, there was 29 tonne, it must have fell off. Oh well, you just need to take what's left. 6 rolls of tie wire and 20 bars of 20 mil. Sound good to you? What other steel?
There is more steel here. It was here. Did you deliver that one?
The last started to load, no, that was somebody else brought it.
I don't know if that high wire is going to be enough. Just 6 rods. We're going to see.
Just need to use it sparingly, buddy. Nice and easy. Don't only tie it every other bar. Right, we're done in there. I just went to switch off my little camera and it was not recording. I don't know if I've maybe switched it off after I'd done all this. I really hope I have, because the plan was to show you me how I handball 300 kilos off without so much as breaking a sweat. But again, this is why I really want the DJI camera. I'll put the beacons off. This happens all the time. It's possible that when I put it outside, I have touched the record button, which has switched it off. I'm going to wait till that last walks past. He's letting me come out. Oh, she's stopped in the worst possible place. Cheers, matey. With the DJI cameras, it's a proper firm press. You've got to give the record button as well for it to start and stop recording. And that wee camera, you can brush over the top of it and it'll stop the recording or start the recording when it's switched on. So, I mean, the rest of the day's been good for footage, I think. I never noticed any times where it wasn't running when it should have been running, I don't think. You got to let me come up with you? Yeah, good lad, because I won't have the space down here to let you past. Thankies, mate, thanking you. You are a top lad. It's nice when people think. I had an occasion earlier on, I wasn't going to mention it, but stuff that I'm going to mention it. I was going along the M8, getting ready to come off onto the M73, 74 Baillieston interchange. And there was an IPV and a vehicle in front of it on a hard shoulder. The M8 was fairly empty, so I moved over because if something mechanical happens in my truck and I go into the back of an IPV, that's no fun. If you don't know what an IPV is, it's the highway vehicles that you see with the beacons on and all that, and they've got the big thing extending out the back. It's like the crash barrier thing. It's like an impact bars, so they reduce the impact. It's to protect the people in front of it. So I decided, I moved over, and there was a wee box van slowly gaining on me in lane 2, but wasn't really anywhere near me yet. And as soon as I moved into lane 2, he moved into lane 1 and started undertaking me. Just a tiny wee bit of thought, like why would I be moving over into lane 2 with the IPV there? Just give them space. If you can get them space, get them space. Same with people that are broke down on a hard shoulder, recovery motors, guys working at the side of the road and motorways. Just give them the space they need. It's not difficult, but some people, they're so wrapped up in their own life that they forget there's other lives around about them that they could affect by no concentrating on the road. I know this is kind of sounding a bit ranty, but it did annoy me a little bit. Some people, I'm going to get comments now. You're just a green-faced class 1 drunk driver. Think you're amazing, and you're not. I know I'm not amazing. I'm just yet another class 1 truck driver. There is millions of us. Although those numbers are slowly dwindling. But if you made it to this point in the video, folks, you know, I see you've maybe saw a couple of my videos already, you're enjoying them, please subscribe. It helps a lot. Since I've moved to the more sort of involved vlogs, been a bit longer, I'm kind of aiming for 45 minutes to an hour. Just so you get a better idea of what's going on, because I feel like the half an hour you weren't quite seeing as much. I mean, I do record a lot more now, but even back before when I was doing the half an hour ones, I cut a lot out, and I feel like it was kind of, the vlogs were a bit hollow, if that makes sense. So this is just a hobby. I didn't really know what direction I wanted to take it in, but people are enjoying it. But I'm trying to figure out what people enjoy and what people don't enjoy. Everyone's different, but the one thing that does happen is when I show tips, there's massive dips in the video of people just switching off altogether. So I'll try and get wee snippets in that now and again, but mostly you've just got a picture of what I've delivered. It gives you an idea. We're going to slow it right down because he can't move over much, but we can. He's just got a wee babby trailer. There'll also be a buy me a coffee link. If you feel like supporting me, you can do that. If you do not want to do that, that is fine. I appreciate you watching at least. But if you still want to try and support me in some way, comments, likes, shares, and obviously subscriptions. Tell YouTube that I'm doing something right. At the moment, my videos are tanking allegedly because I changed from half an hour to an hour long. YouTube no longer knows who to show my videos to, so it's trying to figure out who my audience will be now. I know this is all boring YouTube stuff, you probably already switched off by now. But yeah, if you like and comment and subscribe, and that does help a lot as well. I'm not asking you to subscribe if this is your first video, unless of course you're like, yeah, I love this, then subscribe away. You want to see more shenanigans like this, there'll be a video card at the end of this that you can, I'll show you a video that you might like. Click that, you can go to the next one. But anyway, that'll be the end of the video. Thank you very much for clicking on and watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one.